A garden on the islands shouldn't be like a garden in the city. A garden in the city is sort of plunked down on a piece of land, and that's it. This garden we wanted to put in the natural environment around us.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the way that the growth was created is we went down to the beaver pond and brought back some water and put it in, and of course it contains the seeds of the natural things that grow, and they grew here in our pond as well.
My dad was an organic gardener before there was such a thing. We grew all of our vegetables. He grew roses and other flowers. I've always gardened organically, even when we were in London. And I think basically it's good because there's only so much land out here, and we got to make the best use of it we can. I did win the strangest anomaly vegetable a few times. Should I tell them about Tom the tomato? Oh yes, well I grew a tomato that went in titled as Tom on Viagra. You can try to picture that. And I also did a potato that looked like a duck one time. Had a strange little head and a beaky thing. A zucchini racer is a zucchini on a set of wheels, decorated. You can do anything to decorate it, put little figures on it, and you go to the top of a ramp, and when they say go, you let go of your zucchini, and it shoots down the ramp. I know that's something you would never find in the city. Gardening philosophy is basically to keep things as natural as possible, to have the garden fit into the surrounding environment, and not to disturb the natural environment any more than you have to.
Essentially, I'd say we chose plants that were suitable for the environment rather than changing the environment to grow plants that wouldn't do well otherwise. Important consideration. We tried to make the house look like it belonged on Galliano. If you look around, you'll see if some people on Galliano have built houses that look like they belong somewhere else, either the city or a southern plantation or whatever.
We came up with the original design because we wanted separate work areas. There's a room like this at the other end of the house, and then we also wanted a big open area. And so we did two wings, and then we took it to a friend of mine who was an architect, and he
changed it.
He changed it.
As a matter of fact, I had a square in the center, and two wings at right angles, and he came and looked at the property and said, well, you really should spread it out more, and so that meant we ended up with a pentagon in the center room.
We have paths in all of the gardens, in this garden anyway, in all of the beds that take you to all parts of the beds, so that you can
work on the plants stepping
on the plants. Yeah.
There is a branch of mathematics called fractal geometry, and one of the things you will realize if you look at nature closely is that it's fractal. That means that the boundaries of things are very irregular if you look at close up at them. And so I appreciate that a bit more. You'd be surprised how short a time it takes for nature to take back over if you leave something unattended.
Where do we see this garden in 50 or 100 years? Probably back in the forest. Because not everybody wants a garden that's this much work.
they struggled today out in the northwest. Honey, I think I'll be going soon. Would you wish me all the best?